Tom Brady, a guy that we love and played for a team that we love in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the New England Patriots, actually cheated with the ball. All right, let's do a quick pivot since we're talking about football. It was an alley-oop. I had to use the word. So we got your boy over here, Gio. I don't even think you know who he is, but we got Mr. Ridley, Calvin Ridley. He's been suspended for the entire following year because he bet on a football game. Now, I understand NFL having the rules, right? There's rules in place. You cannot bet while you're playing.
Right. That's a big deal. Yeah,
I get that. What I'm not going to do also is use what everybody else is saying. Well, this guy beat his wife and he gets 2 games, right? All that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I get that there's a rule. I don't think this guy getting a whole year and losing $11 million in the process is fair. You can Tom Brady, a guy that we love and played for a team that we love in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the New England Patriots, actually cheated with the ball. I don't care if anybody's cheating. See, I knew that was coming.
Did he though?
Even if it's not, but he did something that he's not supposed to be doing with the ball, right?
He likes his balls a little flat.
Some people do, and some people like to eat food with.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
I won't. But the ball has to be certain pounds or certain weight before they can play.
There's a amount of pressure in the ball. Yeah, I got it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So Tom Brady broke the rule, right? Because he can grip it better, right? He can have good full grip on it, and he can throw it better. That's cheating.
Okay, so
it's in the rule.
I know this is a sidebar, but we could do this, right? Do you believe Tom Brady was the one going there with the little pressure thing and just going?
No,
he wasn't, right?
He wasn't.
Did he tell somebody?
Yes,
it's possible.
I don't know if the point you're trying to make is.
But here's the thing: if he did that, did he say, "Yeah, this is right," and then the person who's doing it, like, "Hey, Tom, that's below standard." Like, there's a lot of gray area.
But Gio, even if he didn't even touch the ball, like I know this guy has instruction. He knows. Get it at 22 psi, whatever. That's all you need to know.
So Ridley bet. I don't know a lot about. I heard about this in the Wave Talk, so I'm just kind of going off of this. Is this while a game that he played? Do we know this?
No, this is because remember, you and I spoke about this. He took a mental health.
Yeah, right? a break.
So
he
took
a break in the beginning of the season. So is that this year that he did this?
Yes, while he was taking the break.
He wasn't playing.
He was not playing. So he could not make any he couldn't do anything to affect the game.
Of the game. Right.
No. Plus, he bet on Atlanta to win, not to lose.
Yeah, there's a lot of fishiness to it, but at the same time, I don't know all the details.
But Gio,
I'm sure but I bet you this, as a catch-all, there's probably a clause in the NFL agreement with the players that they will not bet on any NFL games, because that way you rule out any doubt whether if you're an active member in any way, even if you're on a break, that you will not. I bet you, if I would look it up, I bet that's probably how they do it. There's never.
It's there.
Yeah,
but
so they violated it.
Yeah,
but it's still fishy though.
Are you telling me that there's no players telling their cousins to bet for them on your phone, not my phone?
That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, is that possibly happening? Probably.
Right. And he came out, he was like, yeah, I bet 1,500 on my team to win. I was just at home. You know what I'm saying? He was
support your team the best way you can, make money and root for them.
As a matter of fact, a lot of people are saying, first of all, this man put up 1,500 and lost 11 million. That's a terrible bet.
Yeah, he bet wrong. He's already got punished. Leave him alone.
That's the point. But when somebody cheats, like Tom Brady did, and Tom Brady's my guy, New England's my guy, but he did something against the rules, got 4 games.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm saying he doesn't deserve a whole year to lose 11 million, bro.
Yeah, is that what it is? It's a year punishment for that?
It's a whole year. Yeah, and fans are pushing for NFL ban. for betting when he wasn't even playing, and he can't even change the outcome. Where I guarantee you, there's players having somebody else's phone or a second phone to do this anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to it that you can go all kinds of ways with it, right? It's like one person advocating towards the punishment is like the gambling
Yeah,
piece is a big deal, right? It is. They want to make sure that they deter any players from doing that at all. So anytime that's one of those like zero tolerance type situations. Like you violate this, you're screwed. And there are other stuff that's probably a little bit less. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, say, people compare the beating the girlfriend, right? Beating your girlfriend doesn't affect the game. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want it to come across the wrong way, but betting on the game and trying to lose the game affects the shield, right? You
it's the
you
shield.
yeah, you being, a woman beater or whatever you are, it affects you, and then by proxy affects the league, and they are responsible
Right.
to hold you accountable. So that's how they get to affect them. But one of them affects the NFL directly, and the other one is indirectly. So you got to give the weight of the punishment. And I still, from the 10% that I know about the situation, that a year is too much.
Yeah.
A
But
year is
even
too much.
so, though, like putting your hands on a woman is wrong, but that's also considered a crime, though.
Yeah, let the police handle that. That's their
Right.
job.
But the betting is not against the law. Like, as a matter of fact, this is not a joke. I watched ESPN. I watched NFL Network. Guess what commercial they had on?
The gambling ones, the apps with the gam. Yeah, of course. I mean, because they all they
Right. So
they
I
want you to
just
do it.
think,
They don't want them to do it.
right. It's true. I just think a year is crazy. You can give him 6 games, but to make him
Yeah,
lose 11 million, bro, for a
I
year,
think 4 games is good. But you know what? Throw my conspiracy hat. There's probably more to it potentially. Like what we don't know what happened. Let's pivot.
I don't trust the NFL anymore.
Hey,
Like,
can Pivot get Ridley on there so we can talk about this? If the
oh,
case is not,
you
let's
know
make it
that's
happen.
coming.
And I
You
don't
don't
bet
think that's coming?
'cause I don't gamble, but
He's got a whole year. He's going to the pod.
I'm willing to believe that there's more to it, right? One, what's up with his uh, mental health stuff, right? Because we care, not because I just, what I mean? Like for
Right.
someone to have all that money, all that stuff, and all of a sudden just like bow out, something's up. And good on him
Yeah.
for doing that and seeking that and taking a break for himself. But you have that, and then all of a sudden he does a little something that seems like it's a big deal, but he didn't bet 500,000. He didn't make 300,000, right? He bet a chump change in the NFL's eyes,
Oh yeah. You
right?
kidding
It's
me?
still wrong, but like there's levels of it. $1,500 is like pennies to players
Yeah.
and the NFL. So that ain't it. And in order to punish him for a year and take $11 million, something is afoot, as they say.
Yeah. I just think to I just I get it, but give him 6 games, man. And then to make him lose 11 million because
I would appeal it.
he
Brady
bet on
appealed
his
it and
team to
won.
win. He bet on his team to win. It's the Falcons. I would bet them to lose. He was like, "No, it's my team. I'm going to put some money
Yeah.
down that they're going to win the game."
I would just appeal and be like, look, I'll take, I'm willing to take,
Yeah.
I agree that I did something wrong. Maybe I thought because I didn't play that it didn't apply. Like just own up to it. But then also be like a year and all this money that's not the crime. The punishment is not matching the crime in the situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then
I just
and
find
then they can also say he ain't the first one that's done this. So you go back and look at history. That's the one thing that I would say anybody who's interested in stuff, look at the last time somebody did that and what was the punishment? Is it equal? Is it different? And if it is,
they don't have that in this sport. People bring up Pete Rose who bet on baseball, and they just they said no, you're out of this league forever. His name was taken off everything
yeah,
that involves baseball, and I get it, but he was playing. He was a coach putting in the players, so
right,
he's affecting the game.
right.
This guy wasn't even playing. He's at home just going, oh, FanDuel. Let me. I mean, I did it before I got on air.
Look,
Like I
man,
made
you
my
know, you
picks.
know what's worse? The alleged supposed accusation of the Miami owner telling friggin' the coach to throw games. That's worse.
So not only, well, yeah, at least that one they're gonna do the investigation, but they better do something about that though, because if they don't,
Yeah, But the NFL came back
yeah.
real quick and was like, "All that stuff is good. We don't." Literally the next, it was the same day when they sent their like, how do you do an investigation in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
It took them longer to write that tweet or text or response than they did the investigation.
Yeah, it's just so too
But
weird,
that
man.
it just sheds a light on what's going on with the NFL and some of that
The
stuff.
John
I
Gruden
love the sport.
situation.
I love the sport, but it's got some issues. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
All those John Gruden emails, they're like, yeah, we're still investigating. Really? You
And
found nothing?
out of all that stuff, he ain't the only one that's saying stuff. He was just a scapegoat. Everyone
Yeah.
believes that.
It's
You
like
know
you
what I mean?
found nothing. But
Oh,
then
they
you
found
found
something. They gave
oh,
us
of
him.
course.
They gave
Yeah.
us him. You know?
Then you find this guy who's at home betting on his team to win. It's one thing if he was like dropping passes on
Yeah,
purpose to
and
like,
he's playing, dropping passes,
yeah,
losing, and then
yeah.
making money. You know what I
Or
mean?
yeah, so I don't get it, man.
I don't know.
I just don't get it. But
I
I mean, I
I want to see
understand
more.
the rules is rules. It's there. I get it. But come on, man. A
Yeah.
year, 11 million. And I don't get it though, because like I play FanDuel, and obviously I'm playing on a pool that's like, I'm not going over $30.
Yeah.
But on my pool, the most that I can win is about 1 million. You know what I'm saying? So he's putting down 1,500. So he might be getting a good 2-3 million. But if you're getting 11 this year, bro, just play the sport you love and collect that 11 million.
Mhm.
Unless, like you said, then that mental
Yeah.
thing is really playing with him where he doesn't even want to go play.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It
Yeah.
could be that, man.
Get him on the pivot, and then we'll see what's up.
Wait, why pivot? Why not I am athlete? Oof.